everybody. Welcome back to Cocktails and Rocktails with me, your most notorious groupie, Alice Rouse, author of We've Got Tonight, The Life and Times of Notorious Groupie. That's right, me. And these other little books, if you want to be a groupie, you don't know how to go about it, read these. They're funny, they're tongue-in-cheek, but they are so true. And as always, you guys know it's a blackout. Well, I'm going to start calling these the podcast episodes. So we're going to do a little podcast tonight, but don't worry guys, there will be pictures. So you guys will want to keep your eyes peeled because there is going to be some really awesome stuff ahead, because we're going to talk about something so cool that gives you a whole different insight into the rock and roll someone's personal private life, a legend's. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for all the love, all the support, just this family that we have here, whether you're subscribed, a member, whether you're just haunting the channel or hanging out every so often. I love the family that we have here, and thank you for everybody for interacting, not just with me, but with each other. So lots of love and light to everybody here. Thank you so much as always. And you guys, I'm going to tell you the cocktail first, what we're going to do. You guys might have figured out by the thumbnail who this is about. So, we are going to do a little cocktail that was actually, appropriately, the Queen of England's favorite cocktail, called the Queen's Cocktail. Now, this one is, I'm not a big gin fan. I'm not necessarily a vermouth fan, but there is a little twist. I'm going to put both links down in the description. I'm doing the one with the pineapple. So we are going to have a little bit of Queen's Cocktail, because today, you guys, we are talking about the recent auction of Freddie Mercury's private estate. Some say there was about 30,000 items. I know there was like mustache combs and little tiny personal items that were still in the estate he left to his best friend and one of his true loves, Mary Austin. So we are going to talk about that. And you guys, grab your tiaras, because I am wearing mine. My birthday tiara. I'm wearing mine. Grab your tiaras, kick up your feet, and let's have a little cocktails and rocktails, shall we? Cheers, big ears. Well, I tried to, cheers the microphone. It just didn't work. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm not a gin fan, but the second one, the pineapple twist on the Queen's Cocktail, I really actually kind of like this. Of course, gonna swallow this over Kipwinger any day. But it's probably, a 60-40, okay, 70-30 on the Kipwinger Richter scale. So, all right, guys, let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into a little background first. You guys know that a lot of people know here that I studied art history in college. I love it. My whole goal with finishing my art history degree was to work for Sotheby's. I love Sotheby's, you guys. They're like this little family, and I'm going to put up a couple pictures. So the auctioneer was Oliver Barker. He is like one of their top guys, handles some of the best auctions you've seen, has had millions, if not trillions of dollars of art and rock and roll history and Hollywood history passed through his hands. So this is Oliver right here. I kind of have a little girl crush on him, just a professional one type of thing, because I wanted to work with him. I wanted to work with these guys. And one of the reasons why is the people who do auctions, they all love art. They might be artists themselves. They study deep into art history for college and get to travel the world, get to see things that we will never see in our lifetimes. And they have a great sense of humor and sense of fun. As you can see, I'm going to put this up, and you can't see too many of the costumes, but I'll put the link to the auctions down in the description here on YouTube, so you can see how everybody dressed up, all the women in like sparkling or feathers, and all the men in the tuxedos. Like, they dress for these auctions, and they certainly dressed for Freddie Mercury's, because of course you're going to. And I'm going to tell you what, Mary Austin, she had, obviously, for those of you who don't know, we all probably have seen Bohemian Rhapsody, which this is going to come into play. But she was Freddie's best friend, a true love of his, ex-fiance, just an amazing, grounding light in his life. So he left 75% of his estate to her. And she's been hanging on to a lot of stuff all these years and also living and stuff like that. So she just decided it was time. And I'll put this little quote up here from her where she's talking about it, because it was time to get her estate in order, her affairs. She's a little bit older and decided to put a lot of his personal items. And among these items, I kid you not, an autographed Bohemian Rhapsody, manuscript that he wrote, Bohemian Rhapsody, the song, the piano he wrote. And I'm going to tell you, it beats somebody else's pretty fucking famous, not Marilyn Monroe's piano prize. It beats someone else's. And I think it actually did. I think it actually did. But anyway, we'll get into that. So she decided to put everything up on auction. There were definitely 1,500 items that did get auctioned off, for sure. But I saw one that said 30,000. I thought, well, because Freddie Mercury did say this. He wanted to live a Victorian lifestyle and be just surrounded by beautiful clutter, which I get. And that's so awesome. I love that, because he was so extravagant and so generous. One of his favorite places to go was Cartier, and there is some amazing stuff from Cartier here. And this auction broke all kinds of records. First of all, it was the highest. They usually put, when they do auctions like this, and like Princess Diana's, David Bowie's auctions, a lot of auctions they put everything on display for a month so people can come see it. Well, this broke all records, you guys. 144,000 people from all over the world for that month of August to September 5th came to see the auction, and a record number of bidders. And also, every single item, just about, except for a couple, went and broke, just shattered their estimated value and estimated auction price. So we are going to start with this one, the Garden Lodge door. Now this door right here looks like a bunch of graffiti. This was the garden door where, after Freddie passed, a lot of people came and left tributes to this garden door, and kind of was the gateway to Freddie for a lot of friends and family. So this estimated, and I love this door. I think this would be an incredible art installation into somebody's home. And the kind of people that bid on this, let me give you an idea. Of course, you're going to have Freddie Mercury collectors. Of course, you're going to have other musicians, his other bandmates. Probably Elton John is among these, and you'll see why in a bit. Hard Rock Corporation, the company who owns the Hard Rock cafes and hotels, because they have a lot of memorabilia, not just in their properties, but in storage. Like, it's phenomenal. You would not believe this. And so this garden door would be fantastic among the Hard Rock collection, in one of the hotels, maybe at one of the bigger cafes in the world. So this originally was estimated from 15 to 25,000 pounds, because it was in London. This auction was in the UK in London. So we're going by British pounds. And yeah, I just can't do the estimates right now. It's been a long few weeks. So anyway, the garden door, estimated at 15,000 to 25,000 pounds, went for a whopping $412,750 pounds. So way blew its estimate out of the water, because it is an amazing bit of rock and roll history that one of the greatest frontmans that we know in the history of music kind of left us, and it was an incredible tribute. And then we have stuff like these beautiful rugs, the flower. One of them, an Italian mounted ebony. Oh, this was a table attributed to Gaetano Bianchini. Anyway, $50,000 to $70,000, went for $114,300. And I mean, they're paying like the Sotheby's, the auction fees, the seller fees, the buyer fees. So, and trust me, these guys, anybody doing the bidding for a customer online or on the phone, or Oliver, who does who has bidding for himself or for other people, and he's doing the auctioneer, all of them are making a commission. And imagine a commission on this stuff. And we're going to just kind of go to some of the most notable items. So there was a couple Fabergé items. One of them was this pink and gold silver mounted, kind of green and pink and white little clock. Came in pretty close to the highest estimation of 50,000 pounds. Sold at 69,850, and that's with the auction fees. The next one, which this is a beautiful, you guys can see right here, this Tiffany Studios lily lamp. Absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing. And it's just so cool to look at Freddie's style. You can just imagine his house and the palatial and just the extravagance and the beauty of it. So that was estimated to be 8,000 to 12,000, of course. Broke the ceiling on it. Went for 60,960 pounds. Just amazing, because it's not just about, this is a Tiffany's lamp, which we all know has great value, but it's also a Freddie Mercury item. So this is going to elevate and escalate the prices for so many reasons. Now, the next item we have is another Fabergé item. Just a beautiful, stunning little, gold-mounted agate Vesta case. Made in Moscow circa 1890. He bought it at Cartier because, like he said, he spent a lot of time at Cartier after hours, closed just for his privacy. So that was estimated at 6,000 to 8,000 pounds. That actually went for 95,250 pounds. Just astounding. Astounding. And there was this beautiful Leo Bonneville sideboard circa 1895. Real quick picture right here. 6,000 pound to 10,000 pound. Sold for 31,750. Now this one, and I really love this picture, this Von Blas picture called A Rose. I really love this picture, and it was estimated. Now this is kind of where auctions, you guys might, they really set the standards whether an artist is worth a lot or goes down. This one's kind of an example of not quite making the estimated price. And so it was estimated for 70 to 90,000 pounds, but it went for 69,850 pounds. So didn't quite get the low end of the estimate, which, I can see because, certain styles go in and out of style. This type of painting isn't exactly the current style, but and I bet it would have sold for closer to maybe 30,000 in a regular auction, but because it's Freddie Mercury, it did get close to its lowest estimation. Okay, so moving on, and this is another one, this Maison Krieger from Paris, this French gilt bronze mounted kingwood bookcase circa 1900. This was estimated 30,000 to 50,000. Actually only sold for 25,400. And I believe, because I did watch the auction while it was happening, because I am registered on Sotheby's. It's free. It's a lot of fun. You guys can just see some really amazing, if you like different forms of art, because, this auction really brings together two different mediums of art, rock and roll and the actual tangible art of painting and woodworking and all kinds of stuff. And like I said, really gives such an amazing glimpse into how Freddie lived off stage. So, okay, we're going to go by that one. Oh, so we're going to go now we're going to hit up a couple of vases right now. So the first one is Vignes et Escargots Vase 1904 by Dom. Estimated 3,000 to 6,000 pounds. You see this beautiful color, these cute little snails on the side. Could be used for flowers, but could have also been used for champagne during one of Freddie's wild parties. Could have popped just some ice and champagne bottle in that, and woohoo! But so estimated 3,000 to 6,000 pounds actually went for 45,720 pounds. So these totals that they're going for do include all the auction fees and stuff like that. So But like I said, the link to the actual auction on YouTube is down in the description, and you can just watch the cool energy. There was this really awesome lady who had a jacket that was like his in the audience that was made, and Oliver had her stand up and be like, woo! And he just loved it. Like, it's such an amazing little environment, Sotheby's in the auction world. Okay. Now this one, Renee Lalique. And my family owns Renee Lalique. I've inherited some pieces and some other perfume bottles that have gone up to $150,000. I personally have never seen this color of blue on a Lalique. Absolutely stunning. Estimated 6,000 to 10,000 pounds because it was owned by Freddie Mercury. $82,550. Yeah. And I'm just going to put some other, pictures here. Let's see, I'm going to go to this Katsuhiko swimming carp show period, 20th century. I'm not sure if this was like just a end table or something. I think it's absolutely stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. I really love the fish. And when you go to the other side, there's this other just amazing handcrafted, what's the word? But anyway, it's handcrafted. Current 20th century, was supposed to sell for $8,000 to $12,000, went for 8 to 12,000 pounds, went for 190,500 pounds. Because of the Freddie. Do you see how the value of a rock star, of a legend like this, does actually, escalate the value? We learned this with, I think Elizabeth Taylor was one of the auctions that went way above all the estimated prices as well. So, okay, we're going to move on. Let's see. No, this Marc Chagall right here. Now, this is a good Chagall. It's not one of his best works. He's known for a lot of more bold and out there and different works and stuff like, So, this is a really beautiful Marc Chagall. Absolutely stunning. He probably bought this at Sotheby's because he spent as much time at Sotheby's as he did Cartier. So this actually was 8 to 12,000 pounds, not one of the more expensive Marc Chagalls, sold for $63,500. Now we've got this Pablo Picasso. Now I personally like early Picassos because they're so unexpected. People don't realize that Picasso was a classically trained painter, and that's how he started out. And if you look at his early and then this transition to what we're seeing now, owned by Freddie Mercury, estimated, because these Picassos are really typical of the Picassos that everybody think exists, and the only Picasso style, right? So everybody has these. So these are going to be 50 to 70,000 pounds. And these are kind of what you see in the restaurant in Vegas that Steve Wynn owns called Picasso's. So this was estimated 50 to 70. Freddie Mercury provenance, 190,500 pounds. Okay, so we have the Salvador Dali. I mean, Freddie just had an amazing eye for art. So the Salvador Dali, then we have, I'm going to show you this Henri Matisse. Really an incredible, more modern painter. Estimated $3,000 to $5,000, 30,000 pounds, 30,480 pounds. 30,480 pounds. So it's just amazing the way, gosh, it is. The Mira went for way more. It was supposed to the high end. Oh, this is my favorite one. I've got to show you this Erte. I love this Erte. And does this not say Freddie Mercury's house? This is where Freddie Mercury lived. Oh, so beautiful. Look at these ladies that I got to put bars over their bits and pieces. So the bars around the tatas, they are not there. You can look this up online or see it when you watch the auction. Estimated 4,000 to 6,000 pounds, went for 25,400. But doesn't this, this is something I would totally picture. All this actually I would picture in Freddie Mercury's house. But this just really kind of says that flamboyant side of Freddie Mercury. Okay, so we're going to pass some Cartier stuff. Oh, this diamond brooch. Oh my God. Okay, I've got to show you because this gets into Freddie's love for Cartier. We're going to do a couple Cartier pieces. So this is a diamond brooch, this feather, that he gave to Mary as a present. And it is just stunning, you guys. Cartier is, for me, the top jeweler in the world. Tiffany's is trash compared to Cartier. So the estimated 15 to 20,000 pounds went for 171,450 pounds. And one of the reasons is not because it was just, something owned by that Freddie gave to someone, and it's not just Cartier. This is a symbol of a really great love story and friendship that lasted a whole lifetime, that is legendary now, because we've all seen Bohemian Rhapsody. We all know the story. So this is not just a piece of jewelry. This is something that when you wear this, if I had this, I'd wear this to a concert. Well, that's a beautiful brooch. Thank you. It used to belong to Mary Austin. Freddie Mercury gave it to her. That is like, whoa, clout. That is, the story behind this. It's like when they sold Wallace Simpson's jewelry after her passing. Oh my God, stories behind that. So then we have, now this one, this fob watch with the sapphires, emerald, and onyx. Another one that Freddie Mercury had made for himself, or designed especially for him. No, I don't think it was. Actually, I do think this is an antique, because Cartier deals in its own. They like to buy back their own jewelry from the history of their whole existence and resell it or put it in their museum. So this might have actually been a vintage piece, an antique piece. Oh yeah, circa 1925. So not as antique as I thought. But so 6,000 to 8,000 pounds, 50,800 pounds is what it sold for. Now this ring. You guys, this ring doesn't look like much. Looks like a 70s. Well, I shouldn't say that. Sorry, Sir Elton, because you are going to find out the history of this ring. This was a gift from Elton John to Freddie Mercury. And if you read this picture right here, you can see at the very top above the ring, you can see that they had nicknames for each other. And 100% for the sale of this ring went to Elton John's AIDS Foundation. So the estimate on this ring, 4,000 to 6,000 pounds, sold for 273,050 pounds. Totally insane, right? I mean, just, oh my God. And this, because another Cartier piece, Queen #1. This was owned by Freddie Mercury. This was his band. This is a total symbol. It was probably stage worn, least worn out and about. 4,000 to 6,000 pounds, sold for 165,100 pounds. 165,100. I mean, you're just gonna, and the stage worn costume featured on the cover of Queen's debut album. The image is not available, so that was estimated 15 to 2,000. So I'll find the picture of the debut album, and you'll see this outfit. And it was stage worn 72 to 74, and stage worn does make a big difference. If they're not pictured in it, or it's not stage worn and you don't see that it's iconic, it's going to be of a lesser value. Or there's no proof that it was his, stuff like that. So 15 to 20,000, this one sold for 82,550. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, the stage worn kimono, 1976. This is, again, because it was stage worn. This is a beautiful handmade silk kimono that Freddie had made for himself. Just a stunning, stunning piece. And was estimated 6,000 to 9,000 pounds, sold for 57,150 pounds. Oh, the promotional. Okay, now this one we all know. Again, I have to go search this out if there's not the video, if I don't have a photo, because some of the images are not available on Sotheby's site right now. But you'll see it on the video. So Freddie Mercury's black silk velvet jacket, worn in the Bohemian Rhapsody promotional video in 1975, from estimated 30 to 50, went for 139,700. Okay, and we're going to kind of skip over a couple other, like his white Mercury wing catsuit and bolero by Wendy DeSmet, worn from 1975 to 76, went for double the estimate almost at 127,000 pounds. Now this one, the instrument used to compose some of the greatest songs of the 20th century. This is Freddie Mercury's piano. I know Marilyn Monroe's went for about $1 million, owned by Mariah Carey now. It's close to John Lennon's piano as well that he wrote Imagine on. So, but this did not make its estimate, but still blew those two out of the water. So this piano right here, the instrument used to compose some of the greatest songs of the 20th century, sold for £1,742,000. So close to, it's actually over $2 million in American money. So yeah, this one set a whole new precedence. It just, I mean, can you imagine? I would hope if I had this piano, I would hope to God that it was haunted. It would play me little new Queen songs in the middle of the night. How awesome is that? Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see. Spine suit of Black Queen. Cats stage. Night at the Opera. Okay, so I'm trying to find... Oh, and this one we all know. So Freddie Mercury's stage-worn black and white striped catsuit and ballet shoes worn on the News of the World tour in November of 1977, estimated 15 to 20, sold for $38,100. Oh, and this one, oh, this is a good one. So Freddie Mercury's autographed draft lyrics for Somebody to Love circa 1976, the draft for these, which I'll find the image, estimated $150,000 to $200,000, sold for $241,300. So I'm guessing that's probably, it sold probably for $200,000. The rest of those are auction fees, I'm guessing. So, because I haven't got that far into the auction yet, I'm about halfway through. It's a 5-hour ordeal. And you pay a lot of money to go to these auctions. So, okay, let's go to page 2. Now, everything I'm going through is just not even close to everything they auctioned off. So another really awesome thing, this just blows my mind. I just could not imagine owning this. And like I said, there's corporations like the Hard Rock and I'm guessing Brian May or maybe the other guys in Queen were absolutely 100% bidding in this auction to keep some of this stuff. And I bet you they bid for this one. So Freddie Mercury autographed draft working lyrics for We Are the Champions. One of their most iconic songs. A song that is used for every sporting event when they win, everything like that. When they win the big, what am I trying to say? The World Series or the Super Bowl or stuff like that. Oh my God, one of the most iconic songs in the history of rock and roll. 200,000 to 300,000 Great British pounds went for 317.5 pounds. So guessing it sold for around 280 probably. So higher than its lower estimate. And some things are within a really perfect estimate. So this is just totally amazing. Now this one, we all know this one. Freddie Mercury's catsuit worn in the video for We Are the Champions with the ballet shoes, 1977. And it's so crazy because these are the things rock stars keep. They keep this memorabilia just like us groupies do. Just like, you guys buy shirts, the t-shirts that go with the concert, or you save little backstage passes like we all do. Rock stars have way more better memorabilia. So this suit was estimated 10 to 15,000. Of course, it went way higher than that. It went for 190,500 pounds. Yep. Oh, this one. Okay, so this is another one that I would love to have. Another really iconic song from the early days of Queen. The autographed manuscript draft of lyrics for Don't Stop Me Now, circa 1978. Went for 317.5 pounds when it was, the high estimate was 180,000 pounds. So I'm surprised it didn't go for more, you guys. It's just insane. You guys are going to love it when you watch the auction. You're going to love it when you come to the page. I mean, the energy and stuff. Freddie was so there because he loved Sotheby's. A lot of this stuff was probably bought at Sotheby's. When you watch the auction, there's a table where Oliver's like, oh yeah, I know he bought that here for a fact. He bought this here. So it was really friggin' awesome just to see this. And this is another one, the Freddie Mercury glittering stage-worn scarlet sequin short-leg one-piece stage suit, circa 1978. 15 to 20,000 pound estimate, went for 40,640 pounds. Oh, and this is another one. Wow, this would be so cool to have. A notebook with autographed manuscript lyrics for songs in the album Jazz, circa 1978. Looks like before it was a 200 to 300,000 pound estimate with the auction fees and everything, 330,200. Where the fuck? I mean, like I could see the Hard Rock and stuff, and the guys in different, Elton John, of course, the rest of the guys in Queen, Jimmy Page, Robert Plant. These are the people who are, Lars Ulrich even. You'd be surprised who are great owners of art and memorabilia. And just how many rock stars really have people bidding for them at these auctions. So, okay, yeah. Freddie Mercury's sparkling stage-worn silver sequin catsuit worn on the News of the World tour from 1977 to 79, 40 to 60,000 pounds, went for 139.7 pounds. Now, this jacket right here, I was telling you about the lady in the audience. She had a different version of this one, not sparkly, just a really cool coat, and Oliver was like, "Oh, I love your jacket, that's so awesome, you wore that here." He was just so excited by it. It was so cute to see. So this jacket from 1982, estimated 10 to 15,000 pounds, went for 203,200 pounds. And how can any of us forget this? You guys have seen this on the thumbnail for this episode. And, for my TikTok, I always put up the thumbnail as the advertisement. So the signature crown and cloak ensemble that he wore throughout the Magic Tour from June 9th, the 7th of June to the 9th of August of 1986. Look at this. I mean, this is amazing. This is how we see Freddie Mercury with this crown and this cloak dragging. We all know this. This is just ingrained into our memories. Estimated for 60,000 to 80,000 pounds. 635,000 pounds. And of course, I'm surprised it didn't go for more, because this is iconic. Just as iconic as these next things. Because we see these shoes. Who does not think of Freddie Mercury? There's even a commercial that you see where the girl's all uncomfortable. She's got the little mustache, the space in her teeth. So she goes online, she orders that yellow Freddie Mercury jacket and shoes just like this and struts into school. So these are that iconic that they make commercials around it, and they don't even need to say who it is. We know who these shoes and that jacket belong to. So his Adidas high top sneakers from the 1980s, 3 to 5,000 pounds, sold for 127,000. Of course, these are more. So, and then this one, we're gonna end with this. And sorry, you guys, for my voice, my allergies. I talk a lot during the day with my other job, stuff like that. So, just has been really hard. Plus, I'm just getting, my allergies suck, as you guys know. Gonna start taking care of that next week. But besides the point. So this is what we're going to end up with, because this is Freddie. How awesome is this picture of Freddie? This just shows how fun he was. Just, I don't know. This to me just embodies his whole spirit. So this is 265, a significant archive of, this is one of 265 photographs, mainly from the 1980s, from the tour, stuff like that. 5 to 7,000, sold for 88,900 pounds. But this doesn't even have like all the photos. Like I didn't see all the photos, because there's 265 photographs of this. Can you imagine? And I would imagine, hopefully one of the guys from the band or Ross Halfin. Oh, wow, yeah. bought these because I'm afraid of like a big corporation buying these and using them for commercial purposes. These should be treated as, fine pieces of art and displayed in different galleries, in different museums, stuff like that. I think that's what these should be. So there you guys go. This is just a tiny bit. Like I said, go down, watch the auction. Just really some amazing, amazing works and pieces of his, and you could just feel his energy and what it was like to be at his house. And I feel like I'm drinking champagne in this beautiful English manner with all these rock stars, from Elton John to David Bowie to Jimmy Page, so many others, actors, probably royalty, because Princess Margaret probably did hang around them. Princess Margaret, she and I share Mick Jagger. Well, not at the same time, obviously, because I wasn't born yet when she was sleeping with him. But anyway, so there you guys go. Hope you really enjoyed this kind of insight into not only the private world of a rock star and his private estate, and because we all love doing this stuff, but hope you also enjoyed kind of seeing this side of me. I know you guys can tell how excited I am. So hope you really enjoyed kind of the vibe, the energy, seeing the pictures, hearing a little bit more about the auction world in Sotheby's. And maybe we'll get excited because there's a lot of rock and roll memorabilia collections that go through Sotheby's and Christie's. So you guys check it out. Really, really worth it. And thank you to everybody who made it to the end of the episode with me. You guys fucking rock. Everybody here rocks. For the people who are just hanging out, haunting, just enjoying, whether you're talking to me or not, just really enjoying the channel for all the different reasons you do. It truly means a lot to me, you guys. And I just want to say thank you so much. And you guys, you know what I'm going to say. For those of you lurking, join the family. Subscribe, share, become a member. You know what to do. Hit my bells. And we will see you here next time on Cocktails and Rocktails, the podcast episodes. All right, God. Dogs howl when I sing. Oh, my God. All right, cheers, big ears.